Tonight, as you lie in bed and the blue light of your smartphone illuminates your face, you are likely navigating a world of thousands. You have hundreds of friends on Facebook, a sea of followers on Instagram, and a contact list that stretches longer than you can remember. To the modern world, you are a social powerhouse. You are connected. You are seen. But as you scroll through the endless stream of faces and updates, there is a quiet, persistent weight in your chest. A sense of isolation that doesn't make sense in a world so crowded. You might wonder if you are losing your social edge, or if you simply aren't trying hard enough to keep up. But the truth is much deeper than your screen. For 99.9% of human history, your social world was tiny. For over 300,000 years, your ancestors didn't have followers, they had a tribe. They didn't have connections, they had kin. They lived in a world where every face was a story, and every name was a lifetime of shared memories. Today, we have built a digital civilization that our biological hardware was never designed to handle. We have entered an era of social overload, where the quantity of our connections has outpaced the quality of our evolution. There is a hardwired limit in your brain, a biological ceiling that has remained unchanged since the dawn of our species. It is a number that defines your capacity for love, trust, and belonging. In science, this is known as the Dunbar Limit. In 1992, an evolutionary psychologist named Robin Dunbar noticed a recurring pattern that would change how we understand the human mind. He wasn't looking at humans at first, he was looking at primates. Dunbar observed that there was a direct, mathematical relationship between the size of a primate's brain, specifically the neocortex, the part responsible for complex thought, and the size of the social group they lived in. The larger the brain, the larger the tribe. This is because being social is one of the most cognitively expensive tasks a brain can perform. To maintain a stable relationship, your brain doesn't just need to remember a name. It needs to track a massive amount of data. It has to know who this person is, what their history is with you, who they are friends with, who they are enemies with, and whether you can trust them with your life in the middle of a hunt. When Dunbar applied the human brain's neocortex size to this formula, the data pointed to a very specific number, 150. This is the maximum number of people with whom you can maintain a stable, meaningful social relationship. It is the point where you know who everyone is and how they relate to everyone else in the group. Once a group exceeds 150, the social fabric begins to fray. People stop being individuals and start becoming acquaintances. This isn't a lack of social skill on your part. It is a physical constraint of your biology. Your brain simply does not have the processing power to deeply know more than 150 people at once. This number, 150, is not just a modern theory. It is the ghost of our ancestral past. If we look back through 300,000 years of human history, we see the Dunbar limit everywhere. For the vast majority of our time on this planet, humans lived as hunter-gatherers in small, mobile bands. When a nomadic tribe grew larger than 150 members, it would almost inevitably split into two separate groups. Without police, laws, or written contracts, the only thing holding a society together was trust. And you cannot truly trust someone you do not know intimately. We see the echo of this number in the Roman army, where the basic unit, the centuria, was approximately 150 men. We see it in the historical records of English villages, which for centuries maintained an average population of 150. Even in modern business, many organizations find that once they grow past 150 employees, they lose their sense of community and require formal hierarchies to survive. Your ancestors spent half their lives in the dark, huddled around a fire. In that darkness, those 150 people were everything. They were your teachers, your protectors, and your family. Your survival depended on them, and theirs on you. The watch, that midnight window of wakefulness we've discussed before, was spent talking, storytelling, and reinforcing the bonds of that small circle. This was the environment that sculpted your brain. Our biology is optimized for the village, not the city. It is optimized for the campfire, not the global news feed. But now, we face a profound biological mismatch. In the last 2 decades, we have shattered the Dunbar limit. Through social media, we are now connected to thousands of people simultaneously. We see the intimate details of the lives of strangers across the globe. We see what they ate for breakfast, where they went on vacation, and what they think about politics. But here is the glitch: your brain doesn't know the difference between a follower and a tribe member. When you see a notification, your ancient nervous system reacts as if someone in your 150-person tribe is trying to speak to you. When you see thousands of people on your feed, your brain tries to process them all. It tries to track their lives, their opinions, and their status. Because you have exceeded your 150-person capacity, these connections are shallow. They are hollow echoes of real relationships. This leads to the loneliness paradox. We have more connections than ever before, yet we feel more isolated. We have traded the deep, warm light of the campfire for the cold, infinite glare of the screen. Your brain is in a state of permanent social anxiety. It is searching for the safety of a small tribe, but it is finding itself lost in a crowd of 5 billion strangers. The anxious, restless, or numb feeling you might have is your brain telling you that its social hard drive is full. We have traded belonging for visibility, and the cost of that trade is our mental peace. To understand how to fix this, we must look at how the Dunbar limit is actually organized. Robin Dunbar's research shows that our social circles are structured in layers, like a ripple in a pond. The first layer consists of just 5 people, your inner circle. These are the ones you would call at 3 a.m. in a crisis. The second layer is 15 people, your sympathy group. These are the friends you see regularly, whose loss would truly devastate you. The third layer is 50 people, the ones you might invite to a dinner party. And finally, the 150, the tribe. Modern life has inverted this pyramid. We spend our days managing the outer layers, the hundreds of acquaintances and strangers, while our inner circles of 5 and 15 are often neglected. We are constantly available to the world, but rarely present for the people who actually matter. If you feel overwhelmed by the social noise, if you feel like you are failing to keep up with the demands of digital friendship, take a breath. There is nothing wrong with you. You were not built for this. You were built for the 150. You were built for a world where relationships were measured in years of shared firelight, not seconds of scrolling. When you feel that pull toward a simpler, quieter life with just a few close friends, that is not a sign of weakness. It is the 300,000-year-old wisdom of your ancestors speaking through you. Your body isn't broken, it's just remembering. It is remembering the safety of the tribe. It is remembering the limit that kept us human for millennia. Perhaps the secret to modern happiness is not finding more people, but finding the right ones. The ones who make the world feel a little smaller, a little quieter, and a little more like home. I am the human echo. And this is our story.